Broodmother S'ilreth is a giant spider with melee based attacks, and it is the first hunt you'll unlock in the main story questline. She has 2 melee attacks and 1 ranged ability, some straightforward mechanics, 1 or 2 invulnerability phases, and she spawns 2 types of adds, Brood Spawn and Brood Hunters, both of which you will have encountered before in the Codex Hall's Lost Zone. The Brood Spawn are pretty easy to handle, and the Brood Hunters are a little tougher than the Brood Spawn, but easy enough to take care of as well. The hunt is located in the Codex Hall section of the Aurelian Zone and has a recommended party size of 2. Sphere 1 has a recommended power rating of 206, and here S'ilreth has 9,103 health. Sphere 2 has a recommended power rating of 437, and here she has 19,158 health. Sphere 3 has a recommended power rating of 655, and S'ilreth has 28,899 health. And Sphere 4 has a recommended power rating of 929, and S'ilreth has 40,840 health. The arena that you fight in is a simple rectangle, and there aren't any extra hazards except the spider eggs in the far corners, which if you run near will burst open, spawning a brood spawn. As you enter combat, she will first create 2 purple eggs in front of her and 4 eggs behind her that will slowly grow, then burst open, spawning brood spawn. She has 2 melee attacks and 1 ranged ability. Her ranged ability shoots 3 lines of webs forwards which root you in place and prevent you from attacking. She will first run in a circle like a dog before taking a nap, and then clearly telegraph the 3 lines where the webs will shoot, so you can easily move out of the way of this ability. If you're within melee range, she will strike at you with her talon, dealing physical damage. If you're at a distance, she'll jump at you and land at your position. The melee attack is quite quick, but doesn't do too much damage, and the jumping attack is easy to avoid as long as you're paying attention. S'ilreth will periodically jump backwards towards the walls, which if you haven't spawned them already, will trigger the eggs at the back of the arena, causing the adds to spawn. Once you have done enough damage, she'll create a crystal armor around herself. Not only can you not damage her during this animation, but unlike a normal guard break, you cannot damage her health directly until the crystal shield is completely broken. It does seem as though the crystal shield has extra resistance versus ability damage, so once she has the crystal shield up, make sure to focus on using your weapon to break it. Once the crystal shield is broken, she will be stunned and will take extra damage, so this is where you would take advantage and turn on the DPS tab. If you don't have much break power, S'ilreth will periodically stop attacking to spawn more eggs, but she will also drop her crystal shield for a short time afterwards, leaving you with an opening to deal some damage. Once the stun has worn off, S'ilreth will become invulnerable and jump to the ceiling of the arena. At this point, 2 waves of spider adds will spawn. First a combination of 5 brood spawn and 2 brood hunters, and then just a group of 4 brood hunters. During this time, crystals will periodically fall from the roof, dealing damage in an area and leaving a large crystal AoE damage field. These will slowly pulse and radiate damage, which can end up stacking and taking you by surprise, so it's good to clear these before killing the last of the adds by destroying the crystals in the center. That way you won't have to worry about them when S'ilreth returns. Once you've killed all the adds, S'ilreth will drop from the roof, create some more brood spawn eggs, and then basically repeat that cycle until she's dead. You have a 50% chance of dropping the Broodmother S'ilreth Echo. This rush echo is triggered by losing half of your guard break meter, and it'll give you a damage shield equal to 25% of your max health and 50% damage reduction to incoming break damage with a 2-minute cooldown. You sometimes get a grey gloomstone along with gloomstone shards and silver spectra, which you collect from the smaller spiders. For materials, it drops crystal spinneret, which is needed to craft all of the starting weapons. You also have a 25% chance of dropping the vestige of Niss's will, which is needed to craft Niss, and a 6% chance of dropping a basic primal elixir 1 recipe, which, you guessed it, is needed to craft a basic primal elixir 1. There is a 5% chance of dropping the Turtle Saw Spikes bracelet and Warbear Fang earrings from the Beastmaster's Favors break power and weapon power set, and less than a 1% chance of dropping the rare Queen's Crystal and Queen's Silk accessories from the Mother's Eye Resilience, physical defense and crit power set. There is also a 5% chance of dropping the Remnant Abbot ring from the Remnants of Vitality max health and break power set. With enough damage output, you can easily kill S'ilreth in one phase without having to deal with any extra spiders or downtime. The key to this is timing. As she has multiple phases where you either deal reduced damage or no damage at all, you need to save all of your damaging combos and abilities for that specific moment. If you're fast enough, you'll kill her before she can put up a crystal shield, even on Sphere 4. If you're trying to complete this hunt as quickly as possible, I would suggest using a Wayfinder and weapon build that focuses on weapon power and break damage, but as it's the first hunt, it's relatively easy to complete. You should be able to clear it without much difficulty, regardless of the weapon or the Wayfinder that you're using. After testing all 20 imbuement combinations, it doesn't seem any of the mutators has any notable effects on the hunt mechanics other than what would be expected from the mutator. I would advise not to use the Golden Bombs or Midas mutators, as when S'ilreth is inflicted with Midas, she effectively has 2 powerful shields, so even on a lower sphere, she can take a very long time to take down. And that's the Broodmother S'ilreth hunt. If you found the video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!